Dofa says come.
Where?
That's what I want to do.
It says it right there.
That's why
It says come on it.
That's
Tell me that does it. It says vidi right above vidi.
It does. It says
Under
come in
in it
Latin.
says come.
That's why Viraj has a wank after every podcast because of
Whoa,
subconscious timing.
It's a bit mad still.
whoa.
That's what you do.
It says it again there.
Viraj, when are you going to stop wanking in my house?
I don't do that in your house.
Gotta stop
I
doing
thought
it.
we were being
I've wanked in
algorithmically consenting.
On YouTube, you can say what you want. I'm going to put this on TikTok.
Oh, I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to make sure that I only cut up
So I'm not politically correct. I'm algorithm correct.
algorithmically.
Whose algorithms?
So TikTok and Instagram, they don't like you swearing on it. They don't like you talking about certain words. They don't like you using the word sex. So it's not going on our TikTok because I don't want to catch a shadow ban.
Ooh.
You know.
Mastermind Muhsin and Ali doesn't want to catch a shadow ban.
I'm.
After all the
So
things you said,
that's
on
now
social
officially
media.
the cum stool.
That is the
It's the
cum
cum
stool.
stool.
You have to come on it before you leave. Otherwise, it's disrespect. All right, so people probably don't know what we're talking about. There's a stool in my living room that says "come on it." Yes,
No, I'm good. I'm still on.
He's
the
good.
weather.
he's got COVID. Do
I have not got COVID. Don't worry. I tested negative. I'm all good. It's just man flu.
you want to do the intro?
Do we have an intro?
Welcome back to the Sex Addicts Awareness Podcast.
Okay.
Ali, how you been getting on this week?
Oh yeah, man.
Welcome
hard.
back to another episode
Sorry,
of Smoke Sessions. We are live and direct in 2022.
Live and direct.
Congratulations.
AJ Tracy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Do you like the intro?
Good intro.
Live and direct.
Direct and live and direct.
Vera, do you know what vibes you give off, right?
Crackhead vibes.
You know, have you seen that episode on South Park where
No.
Cartman is playing like a teacher in like an American film and goes, "How do I get through to these kids?"
I have not seen that.
You're that teacher.
I have not seen that.
How do I get
I'll
through
make
to
it. Make
these
it. I'll
kids?
make the TikTok and then you clip that in. Yeah.
How do I get through to these kids?
2022. Well done. I think we deserve a round of applause. We got through a year.
It's a lot of twos.
Just about.
It's a lot. It's a lot of twos.
It's a lot of twos.
When was the last time there was this many ones or twos in a? There wasn't this many twos.
Ali.
I'm gonna pass this one to Muslim.
I'm gonna
1011.
don't
One
confuse me.
101. Well, it would have been 11111.
What's 6 times 7?
42. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 times 6.
How did you have to think about that? 24.
Okay. All right. Economics.
We used to make times tables as kids. Times table challenges.
Should we go around the room and say what we're a failed version of?
Okay.
All right. So list everything you failed at in your life. We'll go through. So say I'm a failed.
I am a failed pianist. I am a failed recorder. I am a failed guitarist. I am a failed economist. I am a failed runner. I am a failed coder. There's a lot of failures, but I don't see them as failures. I see them as learning experiences.
Experiences of learning.
What are you a failure of?
Skydiving. I'm afraid of flying, so I can't get up.
You are definitely too fat to skydive.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he is.
I think he's got to be.
No.
Nah, I'm a bigger person, bigger parachute.
You're too fat.
Bigger
Gravity
No,
will
I
pull you down to the
swear
ground
it's
and
the
you're
same
down.
parachute. They don't come in small, medium, and large, do they?
Oh, I mean, surely they do.
I think it's one size fits all.
So what if like you weigh the same as someone else, but one of you got a bigger parachute? Do one of you float a bit slower?
You know when you're leaving your house, yeah, and you say, "Have you got your keys?"
Yeah.
So you're going to you're going to skydive. Does someone say, "Have you got your parachute?" Surely.
100% that
Do,
happens.
do you think there's been a time where someone forgot their parachute and just jumped out? of the plane?
100%.
definitely.
At least once.
100%. And there's got to be a moment where you just go, "Do you know what? I'm not even going to scream." And you just fall to your death.
That's it. It's over.
Enjoy the views. And hopefully your heart stops before you hit.
You'd want that.
Do you reckon, you know when a computer is overheating so it just shuts down?
Yeah, mine did that the other day.
Yes, because it's the computer's trying to save itself from the pain, right? Do you reckon that's when you know you're gonna die? Do you reckon your heart just goes, "Let's just end this early before we land"?
Quick and easy.
Isn't that a
Yeah.
heart attack?
Yeah, but like, yeah. So do you reckon it just goes, "Let's
But
have a
it's
heart
not,
attack"?
It's not saving itself, is it? It's kind of just like, it's gone straight into Death.
Well, what would you rather, the heart attack or land? I'd rather the heart attack before
So
I hit the
do
ground.
you think you could go into a coma mid falling to your death?
I hope so.
I'd just face up.
I'll try and do a backflip. I'm like, wee. I'd say, hiya.
What? You're coming down.
I'd find the massive. I'd try to see the nearest big haystack.
I just aim for that.
Aim for the haystack because that you're gonna survive. It's in all the films.
I'd get my phone out.
No, I go for the water.
What? You'll die.
No, but then you got to throw something at the water.
What do you mean? What are you gonna throw? Your
So it
parachute?
breaks.
I'd get my phone
No,
out.
because I don't have
You
it.
don't have one.
Oh, yeah, you forgot your parachute.
You don't have one.
Yeah, you don't have a parachute.
Throw your
Throw
phone.
your goggles.
I'd get my phone out and do this. And hopefully my phone survives. So when they're like,
FaceTime someone.
Zoom.
just gonna die now.
Yo, I forgot my parachute.
Run and get it for me.
Oh my.
I forgot my parachute. I'm at work. I'm at work. All right. Safe.
See you later.
No, definitely not. Parachutes. Your mind goes in amazing directions.
Yeah. It's been creative.
So what are you failed? Seriously, what are you a failed? I'm a failed. Exactly how we did it.
I don't know.
What have you failed? You failed loads of things. I could do it for you if you like.
Failed PT.
You're a failed personal trainer.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I've never personal trained.
Oh. So you haven't failed. You just haven't
You
tried.
just haven't tried yet.
Like I've never tried to give a blowjob, so
So you failed at trying.
I'd give a great blowjob, I reckon.
Okay.
So I actually do it properly, and you two just take me for a mug.
What, the blowjobs?
Oh no, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I can't win today.
What's going
I can't
on?
win today.
So I'm a
Why you not
failed.
put me in the middle?
I'm a failed.
I don't know. I don't know why he put you in the middle.
I'm in the
He's
middle
fat.
now. Circumference.
Sure. I'm a failed.
You run it like ad libs. They're just ad libs words that you say.
I'm
It's
just
quite.
failed.
You're just trying.
What have you failed at, Muhsin?
Come on, listen.
I'm a failed footballer. I'm a failed.
What did you get? Oscar Slatis.
You what?
You know the injury that everyone gets. Oh,
It's
could
a
have been a
knee injury.
footballer. Yeah, it's the knee or shin injury. That's like
Yeah, but
Oscar
no one
Slatis
says
disease.
Oscar Slatis. We just say knee injury, bro.
Nah, mate, I got that
did
Oscar
actually-
Slatis
I had a bad back. That was my excuse.
from what? Not giving too many blowjobs.
My back.
I
It's broken.
Spinal.
Spinal.
I have my failures are football. I failed at table tennis. I failed.
So you did pretty well at table tennis.
I did really well
So what? How did
So
you
then
fail?
how did you fail?
because I quit.
No, you
maybe
just
you completed it.
extended retirement.
You completed it.
I'm a failed basketball. I tried to be a basketballer once. I was so
I'm a
shit.
failed basketball.
I failed at football and tennis.
Yeah.
You tried.
I tried.
I tried tennis. I couldn't get the serve.
Failed
so I gave up.
taekwondo.
You did taekwondo,
I did maybe 2 sessions.
mate. You would
And
have
apparently I said I hated it, and I don't remember that because I was
dominated at taekwondo.
Do you know why?
Because I'm the best fighter in the world.
Do you know why he failed taekwondo?
Why?
Because the sensei said you have to say hiya, and he went meh every time he kicked someone. Meh.
I'm a dickhead, bro. Me.
Cobra Kai's out.
Oh yeah. I need
Have
to
you
watch
seen
season
it?
4. No.
I'm not gonna watch
It's a
that.
weird show, isn't it?
I haven't watched it.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's surprisingly pretty good.
What, all 4 seasons?
I haven't seen the 4th.
Oh, like, sorry, all 3
All
seasons
3
so far.
seasons. Yeah, it's like it's.
Good plot, good.
I mean, it's like what you expect to happen, but it's pretty good.
I might have to sit down. And watch
Yeah,
this.
it's like I don't know. It's quite entertaining.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Why?
You don't watch fucking anything.
I don't
so
watch
to
anything that's good.
I've maybe got like 10 shows and specific episodes for him to watch and won't watch them.
The UK office is better than the US office.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
I am going
It's
to
not- you've
disagree
watched,
with
like,
you
4 episodes.
considerably
The originals are always better than
because
the
I have
remakes.
started watching The Office,
No,
Which one?
but
the
even
US, and it's staggeringly good.
But have you seen the UK office?
No.
It's hilarious.
I don't doubt that it's not hilarious. It's not shit, but US Office is just
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
The UK office is better than the US office.
You can say what you want. Well, I don't agree with you.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
Why?
Why is it better?
Why?
It's funnier.
How?
I actually laugh my ass off.
Okay, but
From a
you break-
comedic
can
point
you
of
try
view-
to
I
break
replay.
down how?
because I just find it funnier. And I can
For
relate.
reasons that are.
I can relate. I can relate to it more because it's based on British culture.
But then why can we relate to the American one more?
I don't know. Maybe you just like it more. Have you seen the UK one?
Nah, I haven't watched it.
So you
properly
don't know
yet.
if you can relate to it more.
Well, is it anything like the In-Betweeners? Is it that type of comedy?
It's not like the In-Betweeners.
Is
no.
it that type of comedy?
It's like, so it's similar
It's
to
very
the
satire.
It's similar to the In-Betweeners in the sense that when you watch it, you can say, "That's that person I work with. That's that person you work with."
Okay.
So the overly keen team leader, the manager who has no clue what's
Well,
going on.
I haven't had a proper job, so
The guy who hates his job but he's kind of good at it. The
Well, that's
competent one.
same with American one though. I guess, but it's an office based show, so
is it literally
gonna
just
have-
the UK version? Is
I
the
think the
or is it the other
first
way around?
season is basically quite mirrored,
okay?
and then
goes
after
off
that,
different.
it kind of.
Do me a
I
favour.
noticed that.
Do me a favor,
Yeah.
move the mic.
So you know the episode in the US office where he tells that guy to work out to pick the health insurance.
Yeah,
So the UK version of that is they need to do budget cuts, and he assigns the team leader Gareth to do it. And that's the mirrored version of that episode.
they do a budget cut episode, but way later on as well.
Who's the actors?
Who are the actors?
UK one.
It's Ricky Gervais is the lead actor. The guy, what's the guy? The name who was in The Hobbit and everything else, and he's had a really successful career.
Was it? So which one came
Oh
first, the UK
yeah,
or
I know
the
who you're
US?
talking about. In
The UK office came first.
Ah, okay.
The UK office made Ricky Gervais's career. Before that, he was like a writer, had a couple of failed sitcoms that never got anywhere. And then the UK office came around. They didn't think it was going to do that well. And then it just blew up. And then loads of doors opened for him. And they gave him more shows. And they gave him that show about, Ed explained this to me. So they gave Ricky Gervais that show to do, and Stephen Merchant, about those people who were trying to become actors. And that was really successful as well after that. And then Ricky Gervais's career blew up.
Oh, cool.
nice.
They just started throwing money at Ricky Gervais to make whatever he wanted because they just trusted him that much.
What's happening with the one that you two are planning?
We just got lazy.
So
Keep
you
silent,
failed at that
man.
as well.
No,
Failed.
no, it's gonna happen.
That's definitely gonna
Here's what
happen.
happened. While we were doing it, 1 minute smoke came about, and then attention just went to that.
Literally.
That's literally what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it's there, and it's really funny. We were laughing. But the problem is, everyone thinks their pilot is funny because it's their baby.
I've reread it through. It needs so much change,
Of course, yeah.
but it's so fun to read
Yeah.
through.
When you make
It's
a pilot,
so fun.
when you make a pilot, right? So if you read the script, I learned this from him. When you read the script of a pilot and then you watch the actual episode that came out, most of the time you can barely recognize the script or what actually came out because they're constantly yelling cut and changing things, rewriting things, thinking of things on the cuff. And then the final product is very different to the actual script that you can find on the internet.
I think the thing that you two are working on, nothing like it's been done.
I'd say there has, but I think it needs. There's another thing for it. It's if mockumentary style shows.
Yeah.
That's something that's.
Mockumentaries have been done, right? But
Yeah.
the domain that you're doing it in, I've never
Yeah.
come across anything.
It opens up different avenues because there's stuff that all the stories kind of show, but I think one thing that really takes everything apart is people just do nothing. You can't make something like that. Like you can't do that again.
Chabadi G.
Oh yeah.
It's that show just.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen people
I
just do
haven't- I
nothing.
haven't seen it. I know.
I'd highly recommend to watch it.
Okay.
It's very well made. Very very well made.
It's
They
not just a
they've
budget
done a really
thing.
good
It's
job.
it's an actual production.
It's actual production, yeah. So it's like they put a lot of effort into the way it's written. Like to make something look so mundane but funny
Yeah.
is really difficult. Like it's really, really difficult
Interesting.
to have really weird satire comedy.
Let me ask you guys a question, right? So when a influential movie director, comedian, just someone in the entertainment industry
Yeah.
gets caught for doing something despicable like sexual assault, something like that, bless you,
That's it.
do you think that people should stop watching and listening to their art, or do you reckon you can separate the two? So, for example, Bill Cosby, amazing comedian, and amazing TV shows. Should people stop watching Bill Cosby's content? Should I watch a Bill Cosby special on YouTube and enjoy it? Or am I wrong for that?
I don't know.
I don't think you're wrong for watching it. I think people or finding it funny.
Mhm.
So like, take Michael Jackson. He's accused of all of these things, right? Allegedly. I still like his music.
But these are people who've been caught. R. Kelly's a good example. I can't listen to R. Kelly anymore.
I
just find it weird and uncomfortable. It's like, it feels like I'm doing something wrong.
Do you feel like it's a societal factor as well? Because the way R. Kelly was ridiculed, we see more kind of memes and stuff like that to do with him. So it could be like a
You don't want to be
a
associated
reaction.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you owned a restaurant and your restaurant plays music. You're not going to risk, regardless of your personal opinions, you're not going to risk the reputation of your restaurant by playing R.
True.
Kelly in it. Someone's going to say, what are you doing playing that?
although for some odd reason, I don't know if, like you said, if this is right or wrong. Ignition is such a tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ignition is a tune. Like you can slay it all you want now, but you are 100% dancing to it at your like high school disco or like at some point somewhere
It's the
when it
remix
came
of
on.
Ignition, bro. Of course.
But would I want to listen to it? I don't look at it the same way. I still respect the art form. I just don't respect the person that made it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Don't you find it weird that this is a separate, like O.J. Simpson, for example? Everyone knows he done it, right? And he just got away with it.
Yeah.
But people still have him on TV shows and stuff, even though they're literally sitting next to a murderer.
Yeah, but that's why they get him on, though, so that they can have O.J. Simpson on the thingy. So it's just clickbait.
Could you speak to someone if you knew they were a murderer? Could you sit next
If
to
you
them?
knew,
Or wouldn't you have some sort of cold chill go against your spine, knowing damn well that the person, you know for a fact,
Mate,
the
I'd
What
person
did
find
they
it
kill?
difficult.
Depend what they killed them for. Like just.
it would depend what
cold-blooded.
they killed them for.
All right, OJ.
OJ, no, fuck that. He's a cold-blooded murderer. It's
Yeah.
like it depends. Like if you,
Or so if it's like accidental manslaughter.
yeah,
So
not accidental. Say something happened.
So something-
family member they had to do something and
Yeah.
it led to that. If it was like,
I was going more down the route of like something happened to the car and you accidentally killed 2 people.
that's different.
That's different. That doesn't.
That's an accident.
That was an accident.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You could-
Intent, no intent.
Intent. I don't know. I'd find it difficult. I could do it, but I'd find it difficult. My conscience would constantly be battling against my
Why are
present
you
self.
It's
giving
like
this
because
person
in
time?
America, there's a few cases now I've seen where someone's been like a victim of kidnapping. They've been like locked in a basement or some shit for years, and the only way they escaped was by killing the person that was locking them up.
Right.
But that's
And then they
completely
get they get put in prison.
And then they get put in
They
prison.
get put in prison for murder.
So there were these.
So it's
So
like,
what? They have to go through Stockholm syndrome and suck up to their kidnapper, so that they can get out. But then they're left with that emotional and psychological.
Yeah. So it's like
damage.
that's your only way out of there, but you have to go to prison.
What's your take?
So there were these. Again on these points, right? So there were these rugby players whose plane crashed in the Alps,
Yeah.
and to survive, they started eating their teammates who'd already passed away. And after they were saved, it sparked a massive debate in the media about whether they were right to do that. And a lot of them struggled to show their face in public again. You know the
I mean, yeah.
you know the
Okay,
I'd
what are you
understand
doing?
that.
What
know
are
the-
you doing
you
in
know
that
the-
scenario?
You know the famous cartoon of a man wearing a paper bag over his head?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It came from that case.
Man.
Oh, really?
The shame of it, yeah.
What would you do?
I would eat you guys to survive. I think you would want me to eat you to survive. If you were already
I was
passed,
dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking do what you want.
you'd be delicious.
Chop you up like a nice wagyu.
I would 100% eat my friends to survive in a plane crash. If they've already passed away,
That is gonna be the perfect clip, the perfect TikTok. I'm just seeing it now.
you would be delicious.
I'd be delightful.
Matter of fact, this bit
Crispy.
with a little bit of salt, pepper. I'm not going to get salt. Just going to have to cook it medium rare.
Suck it up.
Can you eat people medium rare?
Who knows?
Yeah,
Oh,
of
there's
course you
only one way
can.
to
Hannibal
find out.
Lecter, mate.
You'd have too much food, really.
No, I think our flesh is more like pigs.
Ooh, is it?
Bacon.
Yeah.
And so you've got to go after the stuff on the inside.
Yeah. Well, you can't have it medium rare.
Ugh. Oh, wow.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about humans and eating people.
This took a turn.
This really did.
So, Viraj, what are
But
your icks?
if you could skydive,
Linking it back.
I like the callback. What are my icks? One of my biggest icks, just kind of general icks
Yeah, whatever you want.
or sexual icks.
Anything. To my point, why are girls so much quicker to block guys than men? They're so quick with the block button. It's like they don't want anything to do with
Is
you
that
once
an
you've
ick
upset
for
them.
you?
Pardon?
Is that an ick for you?
That's not an ick for me. It's just like,
What is an ick?
what do you think that's going to achieve by blocking
being-
me?
mildly infuriated. I find it annoying when people base their whole characteristic on someone based on their star sign.
Yeah.
Say that again.
When people base a whole opinion of you based on a star sign.
So, like, you're
Leo.
and so they base all of their perception on you as a Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an ick.
So they
It's
say
like,
something
it's like,
like,
oh, what sort of sign are you? You're like, oh, you could literally say whatever. And they'll be like, oh, I didn't think you'd be. That explains that. That explains this. Like,
no, it doesn't.
what? What? If you read those things, if you read the things, it's either each single one is going to relate to you in the slightest. It can adapt to something in your life.
They're really general. They don't mean anything.
They're so
Then
general.
why do we have them?
Probably pop culture.
What, you know what? Another
Faith?
ick? Possibly. You know what another ick is? When someone gets in the car and they don't ask for a chewing gum, they just take it.
Ah, when someone
Depends who.
when someone
Yeah,
gets
someone
into
new.
my car,
Someone
Yeah,
new.
someone-
Someone new. When someone new does it, not people you're comfortable with already. So I'm like, you two never do it.
What the fuck am I asking?
Yeah, exactly. But when someone new gets in the car or someone new sits next to you and they just take the chewing gum thing, I'm sitting there looking at them like, you little.
Fucking.
yeah.
You don't get that.
No, I do. But it's not just chewing gums. My ick is when someone gets into my car and they touch things, anything. If they adjust the temperature, if they try to pick the radio station,
I can't.
if they move my chair, it's my car. These are this is the
Hold on.
demographics of the car. Deal with it.
Instant rage. This is not an egg. This is full on. This is like.
So when I come in and I start clicking buttons on your Mac, do you get angry?
You know what really annoys me? Oh, when someone gets in my car and says, "Let me connect to the Bluetooth." What? Why do you
That's the
think?
passenger.
Why do you think your playlist is better than
Because your
mine?
music's dead.
Because your music's shit.
My music's lovely.
Pass him in the banner.
It's basically Drake, Pop Smoke,
Yeah, that's what it is.
and
It's
All
like
lovely.
It's pop. It's just pop music.
All lovely.
yeah,
I
you
hate it.
ruin it.
I hate it. Your music.
He has taste. He has taste.
No.
Thank you.
Your
My music, but he's gonna say your music sounds like you just fucking on drugs all the time.
Ali listens to try hard music.
What's try hard music?
People who actually try and make good music. I don't like that.
No, they're just making good music.
I don't like
You-
people. I don't like artists who try to make
Your
good
definition
music.
of good
And he
music is
listens
different.
and he listens to Drake.
Yeah,
And
because
he
it's
listens to
simple,
Drake
innit?
about try hard.
Drake plays the game well. You know I'm a Drake fan.
I
So he's
prefer-
trying really hard to play.
I
the game
actually
well.
prefer
He's
formulaic
not making
music.
music. This is what, exactly my point. You just proved the point. About fucking.
Drake
You're
is
not.
the-
You won't win with him on this. You will
Okay.
not win with him.
watch him. Drake is the best artist in the world at the moment.
I disagree.
I agree.
He's the best. He's possibly one of the best entertainers in the world.
I agree with that statement.
But artists, no.
Who's the best artist in the world?
I don't know.
That's a tough one.
That's very tough
one.
because
It's all subjective, isn't it?
Is,
It's
are
their-
you, do you mean in music?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
in
yeah.
music. It's like, yeah. You know, Banksy's out there
think-
like,
Because then at the same time, there's artists that make far more art with their music as well.
There's music out there that is incredible music, but it's destined to fail because it's amazing music.
Yeah,
Because it's so good,
Why?
no one's going to pick it up and listen to it.
it's so true. It's so true.
It's
Expand on
good.
expand on that. How? I don't
People, because there's so many. Labels pick up mainstream things.
get it. Yeah.
This is why people like.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, this is why
Katy
they're
Perry.
so big. They can just constantly go.
Churn it
There's
all out.
teams into making them a a star and everything like that.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, there's trends. So you'll get people like Ardy, who
Has worked it out. He's clocked the game.
he's worked it out. Yeah, he's clocked the game.
20
He's-
second,
he's
get a
in
20
it.
second hook in TikTok,
He's-
bam.
I saw
Exactly.
a video of him the other day. He was like, a year ago, I was literally working in a supermarket.
We said that
We
last
said
week.
this, yeah.
Yeah. Said
Was
So
that,
it's
was
like-
that, did you see it on your podcast?
Yeah.
You saw it on your own podcast. That's good.
So it's you see how like something can change because of how someone's trending,
Yeah.
and the music, that kind of genre is trending, but they're not gonna pick up now. There's like not really a lot of, I'd say, I don't know, rapper, like
Like the old school type of, you know,
like really
hardcore
putting
beats,
in
hardcore
like
rap.
really putting in good effort into their bars, like in terms of rap. That's just in that music.
Like lyrically or,
yeah.
like, okay, so everything
But
that
from,
encompasses
you can see
lyrically.
from my perspective that can account to quality,
Right.
and good art in what they're doing. Obviously, it's everyone's interpretation of how they can see it as
For
the
me,
best.
it's like they don't make beats like the '05 beats. Like
But the thing
05
is,
backwards. and it's just-
there's so many people, because even like now, people with sampling,
yeah.
people take beats and people take old beats and they can make it into something so good.
I like that. I do like it, but I just think that there's this there was this period of time in like early 2000s, like late 90s, that was just dominated with these insane underlying beats.
R&B music.
R&B
was huge
music,
in the 90s.
rap music.
Yeah, what my
Jesus,
friends,
man.
one of my friends' favorite albums is Jay Dilla, Donuts, and it's just beats.
I'll give you.
And fuck my life, this guy is a wizard.
I'll give you a good
He's
example.
insane.
Does he do his own stuff?
Who? Jay Dilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he makes everything. But like, and like from the technology they had back then, to do what he was doing is insane. It's crazy.
Dave is a genius because he's worked out how to make conscious, good music while still appealing to the mainstream market. That is an incredible skill, and it's extremely difficult. Extremely
Yeah.
difficult
He's
to
done
have
very
songs
well.
with messages and still end up on Capital Extra.
He's like
And
the very
those songs end up on Capital
Exactly,
Extra,
that's
not
what I'm
just
saying,
the
yeah.
album.
he's like the maybe for me the only person in UK proper mainstream that is anywhere near like actually creating
Meaningful
as you
music.
said, meaningful music. Like they're actually trying to write
Do
lyrics.
something.
Yeah.
Trying to change something. or
Not even trying
improve
to
something.
not even trying to change anything. Just effort into their lyrics. Just general effort into the.
Ardy, they make formulaic music.
Hmm.
They're doing it because a lot of the time they grow up with nothing and they finally work something out that makes them a lot of money.
Well, why not capitalise
I
on it,
do
right?
not blame those people for sticking to that pattern
no.
because you're now a millionaire. Your mum's driving a Mercedes. I don't care if you don't like it.
But that is why
gives
you
a
find like
Yeah.
later on they go and do other things. Though Dave has always made rap or always made music that kind of hits home.
Yeah.
And he's just stuck with it because it's his formula. It's always worked for him. Like I am not an OG Dave fan. Don't know a lot about his older stuff. I've heard some bits and bobs, and I've gathered from that he's always done that. But let's take the RD or the Central C example, right? They found a formula, 20-second hooks, that work on social media really well based on the video format. Why not
Well,
capitalize
but the thing is
on
that that's not them. That's not them.
Wait.
You got to understand. That's a team.
I agree with you, but do you not think that they're tailoring it to that now?
Oh, no, yeah, that's what I mean. That it's the team
So
tailoring.
they
I
figured
don't
out, it
disagree
got them
with
into
that
their
at all, yeah.
limelight, and now the work that they're putting together is being
Is
tailored
everything
for that.
centralized around that? Yeah, absolutely.
Ed Sheeran made a good point. He said most pop songs in the top 20 or whatever are 3 chords, and then he played them and he demonstrated.
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that.
And which is like how simple the formula is to make a catchy pop song. It's 3 chords and a guitar. for
But
the
it's
bass
like
of it.
think about about lighting, right? So that's the sound. For me, when I look at a YouTube video, the ones that always draw me in first and foremost are the ones that have
Back.
orange and blue, orange and teal. You know that Marvel Cinematic Universe lighting,
Just
we have
gives
it,
a look.
exactly.
and it's just psychology. That's the only reason why we do it, because it draws you in and bam.
Let me ask you a question, because I know you're going to have an opinion on this. Is Drake a culture vulture?
What does that mean?
A culture vulture. So people accuse Drake of going into different cultures of music,
Yeah.
taking everything that's good about it and using it for financial profit, but not necessarily giving back to it.
So
or caring
so
about
like
it.
drill, for instance.
He'll come in and he'll do a song with Jay Huss, or he'll do a song with Dave, but he doesn't actually care about the culture of UK music.
I think yeah, but then there's also there's definitely an argument to it, because it's like, I think he even spoke about it, didn't he? He said, I just like to do it.
Yeah.
But then it's at the same time, it's like, there's a lot of people, and then now it's like a thing within rap. It's like, if it's the Drake thing. You get popping, you work with Drake on a song,
Yep.
and then you're known for that song.
Wanna Know by Dave.
Yeah.
Put him on.
So this is what I mean.
But why
So
does he have to give something back?
There's a lot. Like who's the guy that Look Alive?
I don't know.
Who's that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
And you don't know?
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
know, as the guy with the Drake on the Drake song.
I forgot he did that.
Drake was on the song.
Majid Jordan. Club going up on a Tuesday. That guy's career is predicated on making songs with Drake. He has 2 hits. They're both with Drake.
That's what I mean.
The Heady one, right?
Oh, he was terrible on that.
The drilly beat.
He was kind of racist on that as well.
I think he's a culture vulture. Every now and then, it can benefit, but at the same time, it can ruin. I think even Mac Miller has a bar where he says, done everything without a Drake feature, because it's like a well-known thing. It's like to get something from him
so true.
boosts your career. So it's like the people who are like, oh yeah, fuck it, yeah, jump on. It's sick, but it's also I think it always depends on the artist, on what they want to do with their music.
Why should he have to give something back?
Who?
To the Drake.
He doesn't have to do it. What do you mean give something? Well,
So you agree with the statement that he's a culture vulture.
Yeah.
How does he not become a culture vulture? By still doing what he does. Is there something that he can do?
I don't know. I don't think so. Because I genuinely think it's not. I don't think he's being a culture vulture on purpose.
It's just that the word.
I think this is just what he's doing, and then it's turned out good in some cases, annoying in some cases, beggy in some cases. That's what I mean. It varies. So it's like you can argue it, because I can say whatever about Drake. If I hear a song, I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna enjoy it. But there's plenty of songs I find cringe or annoying and blah blah blah. And I don't like the process of his music, maybe because he gets ghostwritten and then people say he's the best rapper in the world, and it's just this. Yeah.
Oh, because it's not true.
Yeah.
And it's all
It
respected.
spirals off, but yeah. So it all depends. I agree, and at the same time, you can't really stop it.
What Drake does, that's very clever. Drake has stayed relevant for 10 years. He's been in the charts for 10 years. And what he does is he finds the artists that are popping in that moment, does a song with them, and piggybacks off them. So he's always around. So if J Hus is popping, when J Hus came out of prison, Drake was there.
What song did he do with Drake?
He didn't do it. Song.
He
just
brought
brought him on
out J
stage.
Hus.
Oh, mad.
So J Hus came out of prison. That same day, he was at the O2 Arena with Drake.
Oh, yeah, I remember
It's
that.
clever.
I remember
It's
that.
clever. Giggs was popping. Done a song with Giggs.
KMT.
With American artists. An American artist gets a bit of clout. He jumps on and he piggybacks off those people's success and carries him for a decade. And it's clever.
It's really
clever.
good, yeah.
Because he knows he's damn well, those artists aren't going to say no.
But then it's like his defense is like he's just having fun. He likes working with anyone that's upcoming.
He came
It's
out
popping.
at a Section Boys concert. He ain't coming out at a Section Boys concert now.
No.
Why would he?
No.
It bears no profit for him.
That's a very good point. And that moment is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
That moment is nuts.
But he's not going to do it now because Section Boys aren't as popping as they
I
used
was
to.
gonna go to that fucking show.
Were you?
We like, it wasn't like we were planning to go, but it was like should we go to this? That's what it was. So it was just like it's annoying.
You would have seen Drake for £20.
10
A tenner.
£10. That show was £10.
It's water being thrown in the photo, in the video.
Yeah.
I thought it was popcorn.
No, what? Is there popcorn at
I
a
don't
concert?
know
At a
why.
Section
I
Boys
don't know
concert?
why, but I just thought it was popcorn.
You know what my favourite moment in UK rap is? When Skepta won Best Music Video for That's Not Me, came out on the Mobos and said, I made that music video with 50 English pounds, thanks, and walked off.
Yeah, I remember that.
Beautiful.
I thought that video was shit.
And he won the award.
But
That's
like, it's
why-
like, I rate it, but it's like, it was obviously someone who fucking decided. It was like such a basic video.
Yeah.
He did a bit moshing, and they just stuck 2 clips together, just kind of overlapping each other.
That was it, the whole thing.
And that was it. And they were I remember being really good entries that year. There was sick entries, and it was just like if I was there, a music like proper in the industry music video producer, and I fucking saw that win, I'm like, oh, am I a joke? It's like the equivalent of someone putting really good effort into their music, and they're nominated, but then someone decided on the keyboard to go doot 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 doot, and they won best single.
That is the equivalent of what Skepta did.
Roughly.
Jesus Christ.
But don't get me wrong. Look at it's a sick video for what it is. It's a sick video for what it is, because it's like it's grime. I guess it's cultural, but it's like someone obviously went, wow, so artistic. They win. That's all I can imagine.
All UK rap music videos are the same now. Get a
I
G-Wagon.
fucking hate it so much.
You get a G-Wagon.
Or Eurus.
You get a nice house in the countryside, some half-naked women. You've got a music video.
Buy a pool.
So fucking
A couple
easy.
of cameras that are on things
It's
that
what I
swerve
say
around.
to you, innit? It's like, it's so fucking easy to make a hood
easy.
video.
Or if you want to keep it really simple.
Oh, get some Selfridges bags.
Or if you want to keep it really simple, do it in your kitchen in an apartment in London.
Bam,
Which D-Block
done.
Europe did for 2 years.
They literally just done that for 2 years.
Really?
They had some of the biggest hits.
What, just in a
UK,
kitchen?
Yeah. Just, bro, like, it's not even a nice kitchen. It's not even it's a half decent kitchen.
It's a typical London
Like
apartment
an Airbnb.
kitchen.
And whether they just went and did it, was it their yard or was it different?
It's probably their
Airbnbs?
house.
Fuck
their
knows. Fuck knows.
That's insane. Is
But yeah.
D-Block Europe any good?
I'd say they're
They're
good,
successful.
but I don't feel like my thing with them. They release big project. They used to release big projects,
Yeah.
like 30 songs on, and like it would be like maybe 2 within a year or a year apart, and it's like 30 songs. Obviously, they're beating the algorithms for how people listen and streaming and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But it's like with the 30, I wish they just like put a solid 8 songs into an album and made like a legendary, and like make it like a good album. It'd be sick. I feel like I'd remember
is
it
a
more.
collection of artists, isn't it?
It's two guys.
Oh, just two.
I personally think if you ask people how much money do you reckon this UK rapper makes, they will overestimate how much money these rappers actually make. They probably
but
one sec.
these rappers don't make it from just one form of income.
They probably assume that all these rappers are millionaires. Most UK rappers are definitely not millionaires.
What makes you say that?
Because they have bad spending habits. Streaming isn't as profitable as you think. They don't have a lot of them are signed, and the money they get at their signing on bonuses, they actually have to pay back. So let's say
You get given grants in a label. Yeah.
let's say a label gives you 200k as a signing on bonus. You don't have 200k. If anything, you owe 75 grand after taxes.
And this is why NFTs are good for artists.
You know what H did?
What did H do?
H needed money, so he'd signed the deal, but a short-term deal, took the money so he can live like a rapper, so he can continue, so he can quit his day job and focus on music, saw out his deal, gave him a couple of songs that he didn't care about so he can get out of his deal, and now he's independent again. He's probably still got a distribution deal, but he's not signed.
People that are independent. People that are independent though, are they have management. They have all this stuff though. So it's like when they go, oh yeah, I'm independent. It's like, to what degree? Before it starts to.
So it was like, Russ in the US.
Yeah.
Is he independent?
He's very
Or
independent.
like Logic, was he independent? Like
Russ is like one of the staple points of independent artists. He's fucking caking
Right, gentlemen.
from his
I need to go,
royalties.
but you guys enjoyed the podcast.
Already?
Enjoy.
Oh shit, yeah.
Before I go, my last ick that I want to say. This is my ick. People who eat chicken wings with a knife and fork. Stop it. Thank you for your time.
Horrible.
enjoy yourself. Have some fun.
Where's your show?
Covent Garden.
Nice.
Alright, in a bit, lads.
in a bit?
In a bit,
Nice.
son.
Okay, and then I wasn't. And Liverpool, going up to Liverpool, just messed me up, man.
Messed you up.
It
Getting
was,
away messed you up.
it was that drive up, and it's just a tiring 4.5
And then you
hours.
got to
up.
come back the next day. Yeah, it's not good. You need a day to
Like
unwind.
I got one night there, and that was fine. Like Liverpool's fun. Liverpool is cool. You can see why it's a great party city. It's just not the city for me, mate. People are super nice up north though,
Yeah.
and I didn't think the Scouser I thought the Scouser accent would be a lot worse. Like I wouldn't understand it at all.
No, there are people obviously with it.
It's
with a bad
it's so
accent, but
easy. It's so easy to understand.
Not bad, deep accent.
Really tough. Like you expect it to be like really tough, but it wasn't. It was all right. They're lovely people.
10.
Class 10 out of 10. Thank you everyone that I touched. I didn't actually talk to anyone.
What's another ick you have?
I have an ick when people walk out of their own podcast. Nah, it's all right.
Ick, boom.
I actually I wanted it to be like this, where we could just come on and come off whenever we wanted,
Nice and easy.
and that way people when we just have everything ready and just ready to go. How's life treating you otherwise? It's been a minute.
Yeah. I'll tell you off camera.
It's all right. What's another ick you have? What is the biggest ick you have? Like
Being cut off.
what on the phone?
Just cut off. It drives me nuts.
What just in anything?
Whether it's like driving me. It's like when it's flowing conversation and you're staying on topic,
and someone
and
just
then like, and then no that like that's fine when people like casual cut offs
Yeah.
because it's everything's coming in motion. Like when I'm sitting with you guys cut me off because it'd be like, oh, this is like very relevant
like
to
that.
what you're
Yeah,
saying
got
and blah blah blah, and then carry on. But when bro, it like nothing. I can literally feel I have a hot flash. I get a hot flush. It drives me nuts.
Oh, so it's not on the phone when you're texting. It's in real
person.
life, in person.
Yeah. It gets on me. Oh, when people try to talk to me and have a full-on conversation while I'm eating.
Because you just want to enjoy your food.
I just like, it's like if I talk, we're talking. Like if I'm out, it depends. If I'm out, who am I with? Shit like that. It's like at work or at home. If I'm like eating, it's like, someone comes to chat to me, it's just like, and I've selected what I want to watch. I mean, this is my moment of peace. Just let me do my grubs. Yeah.
Is it rage? Is it like pure rage?
Yeah, because a lot of the time, someone's just come to speak to me, but I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I'm not mentally listening to you, because I'm focused on this.
Okay.
'Cause if I'm focused on something, I'm not like, it can really throw me off a rift. Yeah. So someone comes and starts talking to me, I'm just like staring at them like, oh, I'm not listening. I'm looking at you, I'm hearing, but I'm not listening.
That's so funny.
And I can consciously feel it, and I can't.
The rage just building.
Yeah, it's just like leg starts going, just like in my head. I'm just like, fuck off, just fuck off, just fuck off, just fuck off. It finished talking. I'm like,
Thank God.
Then I have to have a moment to get back into. It's just jarring.
Just a wave of
Yeah, 'cause
emotions.
you can't snap focusing, innit? Obviously, but yeah, big ick.
That's a
Yeah,
massive.
the cut off is nuts. Cutting off.
Does it happen often?
It's when people don't realise. It's like, what was the point of me opening my mouth and speaking? It just proper annoys me. To the point now, like, I've had to control it because if someone cuts me off
Yeah.
and I have to stop,
Yeah.
I start stuttering. Yeah? And that infuriates me more. So then if I stop talk, as soon as I stop talking, they're like, oh, what were you saying? And I'm like, no, don't worry. Yeah, I'm like, don't worry. And then they have the nerve to get annoyed sometimes, yeah? Honestly, people be like, no, what, oh, don't be like that. It's like, no, I don't want to. It's like, because if I start speaking again, it's going to piss me off more. So I'm just like, yeah, that's why I found my peace with it. Is just be like, nah, I can't. Moment went for the speech.
Do you play it out in your head?
What do you mean?
Like when so someone cuts you off, does that all play out in your head? So you go through the motions of why is this person being a dickhead? Like why am I opening my mouth? And then you play out that they're gonna ask you, oh, what did you say? And you just go and then that all happens in a split second.
I don't start at that point. Yeah. I just go, don't worry. Just don't worry. And then that's when they get annoyed. And they're like, oh no, don't be, why are you doing that? And like, cut me off. That's it. Yin and yang, you take your yin with your yang, and you yeah.
Oh my days.
Take your karma. Take your karma with you.
That's a solid ick.
Trying to think of something else.
I don't really have that many.
I hate people talking close to my face.
But does that happen often?
That's why I hate clubbing.
Oh, because they're right up in your grill.
Right up in my face. And clubbing as well. People just cut you off. Drunk people just cut you off.
I hate clubbing with a passion. I hate drunk people. I don't like them. I really, really don't like them. I don't know why. I just don't like them.
I've just started like being. It depends who, obviously, but it's like if I'm out and like it's like when people are drunk and you don't know them and they start talking to you, and then you get people also get so close to your face. It's like just speak louder, just fucking shout if you need to. I don't want you here. And then this happens so much when I'm out, and then like someone will be talking to me, and I'm like slowly like shifting away, and then they get closer. And I'm like,
give me my space.
My personal space.
You know what? One of the biggest ones for me is you're having a normal conversation with someone over text, yeah?
Yeah.
Just a normal conversation. It doesn't matter whether they're a friend or they're not a friend, or someone new that you've just started messaging. And out of the blue, they hit you with a K. Just a capital K or a small case K. And I sit there and I look at this thing and I'm like, what has happened?
K.
Just a K.
People still write Ks.
Yeah,
A K's petty. I don't care what anyone says.
yeah, there's subtle aggression in a K.
There's so much aggression in a K.
I've never understood why though.
I love how we're just kind of sitting in what's his house. Like, I've just kind of sank in right now, innit? Like, yeah.
His mum will come in and check on us. She'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Pretty good. Doing podcasts and shit.
That infuriates me, low key.
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
It's like, why? There was no need for it. Just say okay. Make it feel like everything's normal. Oh no. The biggest one, the biggest of all of them. We need to chat.
We need to chat.
We need to talk. I hate it. I don't care what anyone
In
says.
any scenario.
Any scenario, whether it's your mum, whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's a
Yeah.
friend. We need to chat. Stomach instantly
Now
sinks.
you tell me now.
Yeah.
You tell me I can't continue after this. It's like this is now this is blocking me from doing anything, and I can't get past
Oh,
this.
100%.
Infuriating. It's so infuriating.
It's like, why? Why have you caused this? You literally have, out of the blue, gone and dropped a nuclear bomb.
Not a nuclear, but ticking bomb. But the
Oh, that's a better
with no
analogy.
timer.
That's a better
He's
analogy.
just staring at it.
Staring
It's
at it.
like it could be now or it could be a month.
And you never know.
Why?
Because everyone, after they say that, they always go dark.
We need to chat. Oh, you fucking cunt. Fuck off. You just did.
I hate it, honestly. Ugh. Hi, Viraj, we need to chat. About what? Nothing, silence. And you're like, about what? Hello, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I feel the rage.
Hate it when people don't know how to text.
Yeah, that's an ick. My
It's
brother
like-
doesn't know how to text.
I feel like we're in an age where tone is very obvious through
yeah,
text.
of course. 100%.
Some people can't tell tone through text.
100%. 100%. We've got to a stage
Yeah.
where it is. Because
You
you
can
know
put-
how
you
that
can
person
put
feels.
okay, or you can put okay.
Exactly.
And both, you knew exactly what I meant
Yep.
when I said that.
You could text it to me and I'd know.
Yeah.
You could put okay, 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 okay.
How many Y's?
Oh.
You in a good mood? You in a good mood?
How many exclamation marks?
Yeah.
Or how many question marks? 1 question mark, calm.
Sup-
5 question marks, dead.
Surprised and confused? Question mark? Explanation mark?
Yes. You know what pisses me off? When people accentuate the last letters of the word and it's the vowel and it's like e or ooh, and I'm there like, yeah, I got it. It's nice. It wasn't nice. It wasn't nice.
It doesn't need to continue more than 4.
But the worst thing is when it happens in real life, and you're looking at them like, you talk how you text.
There's moments for everything though. I don't know. There's times where it's like something sounds like, oh, nice. And she's not, but
But
doesn't
it's
stretch out.
nice.
Oh, people actually do that in real life.
Nice.
That's a bit mad. That's quite nitpicking now. That's quite a nitpick. That can't be. Yeah, 'cause that's not very common.
It's not-
It's not very common.
I bet you it's more common than we think. I
Maybe,
guarantee it.
Maybe.
What else? When someone doesn't fill up the kettle after using it,
That's mad.
it's like, why?
What do you mean? Why would they fill up the kettle?
No, when it's empty and you've used
Do
it
you
to
always
empty,
have a full kettle at home?
I always have a full or
I
over
don't-
half.
I don't think that's a common thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good habit to have, though.
I like that habit.
It's a good habit.
I like that habit. Because you never know what you're going to need it for. I might need it for a pasta. Or I might need it
That
for
was
a,
where
for a
my
coffee.
mind went.
Might need it for a coffee.
Emergency pasta.
It's literally, it is that.
You just say aside as mate, I must
Fill
make
pasta now."
pasta now. It's like, who didn't fill the kettle? I need my pasta now.
No, but it pisses me off, right? When you've got the amount that you need of the pasta and there's just not enough in the kettle and you've got to go and fill the kettle up and boil it and ugh.
Ugh.
Or you might need to make an extra cup of coffee or an extra cup of tea and it's like, oh no, I haven't got enough water.
And you check it before you hit. I mean, that's the thing. If you're in the habit of just smacking the kettle on,
No, I'm not in the habit of doing that. I check. I'm a checking man.
you always have to check.
Always have to check.
It's if you hear that sizzle straight away, you're like, there's not enough water in that. Straight away,
Or it's just been boiled and you haven't checked the temperature and then that's the best feeling.
yeah, when you smack it and it straight away goes.
Start shaking and everything.
So I'm ready.
For the longest time, I didn't realize that a kettle doesn't get to 100 degrees because otherwise it would all boil.
What do you mean?
It doesn't get to 100 degrees because you think it gets to a boiling point, right?
Yeah,
But it doesn't.
that's 60 degrees, right?
Yeah. No, a boiling point is 100.
Boiling point's 100.
100 degrees C.
But it's boiling.
Yeah, but I thought the kettle used to get to that, but it only gets to like 60 degrees C because otherwise all of it would go.
No, it wouldn't.
You'd boil it off.
It's got to be more than 60.
Nah, I think it's 60, mate. I don't know where my phone is.
If it's the boiling point's 100, then.
Yeah, but a kettle doesn't boil to 100 degrees C. It might peak at 100.
But the boiling point is when it starts to boil.
Yeah, it's 100 degrees C.
But then it's impossible that it doesn't go up to 100.
Why?
That's like saying, oh, I put ice in the fridge. I put water in the
But
fridge and turned to ice.
if it boiled, if it actually got to 100 and it stayed at 100, it would all
Right,
evaporate.
but it reaches 100 and then that's it. It's done. It's
Oh, is it?
finito.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, but it's boiling.
I thought it only got to 60.
Listen, this is me now. I'm confused. Yeah.
Confucius.
What temperature?
We really went from talking about eating each other to
What
boiling
temperature
points.
does water boil?
It's 100 degrees C.
Okay, yeah, 100 degrees.
Don't take me for
What?
it.
Sorry,
You
yeah.
idiot.
No. What temperature does
A kettle boil.
a kettle boil to? Water from a kettle usually boil at slightly over 100 degrees Celsius.
Oh, okay, so you're right.
yeah,
I was wrong. I put my hands up.
because of impurities in the water,
And so it
which
peaks and then
cause it
drops
to
down.
have a higher boiling temperature. So higher than 100. We were both wrong.
Learn something new on Smoke Sections every day. Should we wrap it up there? It's just under an hour.
Water boiling, yeah, because you can be editing for time.
Do you want to do the ad reel?
That's the ad reel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Smoke Sessions. 1 Minute Smoke, 27th Thursday. Come along.
27th of January, come to 1 Minute Smoke. It's a really good show in Shoreditch where we get contestants up. They do a 1 minute set and they get judged by really good comedians out of 10. And then 3 winners stay on. They do another minute and then the audience decide who wins. It's a really good show. Come to the show. Come to the show. Come to the show.
I love it. That was better than Muhsin's in my opinion. As 10 out of 10. All he does is scream.
Yeah.
You can find Smoke Sessions
He's
on any
trying to be
platform that you
cool all
want.
the time.
I was...
No, continue. Sorry.
No, don't worry. Goodbye.